still extremely disgruntled from all of the revelations that we had yesterday. I mean, in like these subsequent days, I'm just annoyed. And just to let you know, there's probably going to be more cat psyops because I'm doing this very early and they have not been fed yet. And so they're going to be like potentially like in my face, or they're hangry, so they're going to be attacking each other. I don't know though. But typically that's what they do. Like when you see them constantly, like sometimes Dasa will get a wild hair and is like licking me a lot for some reason. But when you see them crossing in front like a lot and it's both of them, it's because they're trying to bully me into feeding them early, because they can see that I'm awake and they know that they get one feeding like when I like first come awake. What they don't understand is that that feeding is at 7:30 in the morning. It's at 7:30. But then they get thrown, we all get thrown off by daylight savings time, which that's a psyop. I am kidding. Or am I? So, I just don't understand why people feel they need to be trash. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? Well, somebody's being a pissy bitch. I don't know. Like, oh my God. Literally, someone's being a pissy bitch. And this is still, I feel like this is still these trash occult people. I'm hearing it is. And just by the way, by the by, since I do get to talk about, at least right now, these trash people who are getting left, they're pissy bitches because they're getting left. Like one of their strongest soldiers is in fact leaving War, and you can't stop them. But I just wanted to point out, since we had this stuff about like demons and everything in one of the last reads that we had on this, and about like demons doing bad things, and the glowing whites also intruded, and they were like piping up about these fucking demons. I wanted to give some information, according to them, right, about what's going on and like why this is kind of happening in this way. It's just that like there's some kind of like point, there's some kind of nexus point, is a huge canon event that like everybody on the planet is going to be reaching, okay? And ooh, I wonder if that's what it also involves, this ISIS stuff about the people defecting. It could. So what's happening right now, the reason why like certain things are going on the way that they are, because this narrative is boiling down to someone who was part of like a seriously actually bad group. Because I know I give a lot of like empathy and understanding to people who are working with like the chthonic realm and like underworld forces, here we go with Dasa and all of that. The glowing whites are referring to that. Like I'll usually say like Goes or something, or I'll even say like a Luciferian or a theistic Satanist or something. But what they're talking about, like they're saying that like even like a theistic Satanist or theistic like Luciferian, like someone who's actually like worshiping Satan, and it would be like with negative intention. Most of those people are not an issue for the glowing whites because they're not actually doing anything. Like, it doesn't matter that they purport like hail Satan. Like, they don't, like, that is a non-issue. And also what they're calling natural magicians are a non-issue. And those are going to be like Goes for the most part, all right? They're not, like, nobody's talking about like them being bad. It's a non-issue. It's fine. Like, they don't care. The people who they are pointing out, it's like, these are people, like, and I can't really, like, because I've actually never been around a person like that, to be real with you. I have never been around and act, like, I've been around the Hail Satan people. I've been around, like, magicians who are, like, working with, like, underworld and chthonic stuff, but I have never actually run into a person, met a person in my life who was actually like, you know what would be great? If we got like actual capital letter name demons and somehow like pulled them up, because in order to pull them up, like y'all gotta be doing something fucked up. Like, I don't know, or you're planning, like it is like literal, like it's like weird sex magic and all of this stuff. But like, so I'm just saying, I haven't never, or at least knowingly, right? Because people like that, it's almost like they're going to have a vibe to them where if you're not in line with that vibe, it's going to repel you. Like, there's no way for you to be doing stuff like that and for you to not come across as some kind of repellent or some kind of very deeply, like, that is not right. Whatever's going on there is not right. I have never run into that in my life, obviously, because we're also talking about people who can affect that kind of stuff in real life. And those are always going to be people with a certain level of power, or that the demons know, like, are going to have that power, or in fact the demons cultivate them and groom them to have that kind of power. But that also tends to come through what? Bloodlines, because it takes a little while, right? It takes a little while for that to occur. And so it's sort of like, that doesn't just tend to happen. It's not that it can't. So I just want to, what am I trying to point out? Oh, I'm trying to point out that, like, just because we're talking about what we're talking about, that doesn't mean that everybody gets to, like, you know, even mentally, like, bully and condemn, like, all of the, like, left-hand path people or people who are natural magicians. Like, that's not the point of this. The point of this is we're talking about a very, very specific group of people who are actually doing, like, actual real stuff that will actually really harm a large amount of people. Those are the people we are discussing. And the reason why it's happening this way is because we have not reached this whatever nexus point that I'm talking about. We haven't reached it yet. I hear we have like a couple of years, okay? So what's happening right now is there are still people who are like a part of these groups, because it's not just one. There's still people who are part of these groups who actually can leave. They can still get out. And so, like, they're gonna wait till like the very last minute to do all of this cutoff stuff, because they're still trying to like extract. When I say they, I'm talking about like angels and glowing whites and all of like all the goodies, okay, in general, are trying to get whoever they can get like out of these groups, because like the way it was coming across is like the people in these people's families are like still praying for them, or in fact like under divine authority, like it is seen that these people like have the capacity like to switch up. And so it's sort of like they are being given still opportunities to develop into that and switch up if that's what they're choosing to do. Okay, so we've got like extraction shit like going on right now, and that's being facilitated through like higher forces. There is nothing that like, unless you've literally been like directed like by, like, and be real sure before you start doing shit, unless you've literally been directed by an angel or something to like intervene for someone physically, like that's not how it works. It's sort of like the forces just kind of guide you into specific areas, and you just like do whatever, and it just like, you're not even going to be telling anybody like a message. It's just like you're existing there, and by you existing there, it's like there's some shit that's going to happen, or there's some shit that's not going to happen. And hopefully it all works out for the best, because once we hit like a certain nexus point, it's like, that's it. That's it. So that's what I wanted to point out, is just that when we're talking about people who are doing certain things with demons, it's sort of like hashtag not all, like, that's why I tend to say demonic in the bad way when I'm talking about that. Demonic in the bad way, because the word demon has been like co-opted, and it can mean like a ton of different things depending on who you're talking to, okay? But I feel like we all know what we're talking about when like I'm talking about what's going on in the past reads that have come out, okay? And I'm so sorry if this is your first read and you're getting here. This channel, like, just don't even worry about this channel. Just get off this channel. It's better if you just don't get involved. I'm serious. Like, just go find someone else. So let's see what's going on. But someone's being like, these people are being pissy bitches because they've lost, and it's like multiple people. They have lost multiple people. It's like we're in some kind of version of like spiritual Operation Paperclip, except not as nefarious, because like these people are essentially like changing from Nazis into not Nazis. Like, we're not just taking Nazis and keeping them Nazis. And that's another reason why like certain magicians and stuff are involved in this, is because they're like, ooh, those people are powerful though, so we're gonna see if we like can't develop them up and switch them over, because like we could use that on our side, you know what I mean? So that's also why. So we're in some kind of weird like dualistic tribulation version of like Operation Paperclip at the moment. Except it's not really Operation Paperclip, because like that happened when the fighting was over. And here's Misha. We already had Dasa, and now here's Misha. I mean, just, You'll get fed when you get fed, okay? I know y'all aren't starving, all right? Oh, it's the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, who is a magician. It is a magician. I just don't know which one it is. I'm hearing the shitty one. It's the shitty one. And it's talking about this person who they've put in charge of like doing like death magic on people. And I know I am being so, like, when you say death magic, it's like it's not that it's not a thing, but there's like a specific way that you do that. But since I don't do death magic on people, like, I don't know what that is, okay? Like, I don't know, but another magician who, I don't know, y'all know, like, I just don't, it is not in me to probably, well, they're saying it is, but actually, I know it is, but I don't like doing that. You would literally, it would have to be, God themselves would have to pop down and be like, girl, you fucking need to do death magic on these people, and I would still argue. I would be like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't like it. Both of these on him. Yes, and they hate y'all, like, whoever y'all are. Oh my God, they're just like, ooh, kill that person, like, destroy that person. And I'm just so sick of it because, yes, they're doing death. They're doing little, like, fucked up, like, death to this person, whoever it is that, like, they turned their person. And they're being a pissy bitch right now because they're like, why did this person leave us? I told them and they defied me. And it's just like, because you suck. That's why, like, nobody likes you. And you can tell because, like, y'all are secret for, like, bad reasons. Like, nobody, if you popped off and we're literally like, this is our group's agenda, everybody would hate you. And like, oh, they think they're, like, doing justice on these people. These people literally think that they're on the right side. I'm hearing a yes. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Okay, something else wants to come out about this stupid, this is like a witch. It's like a death witch. This is like their speciality is like combat magic. Because it's I don't even know if I showed any of these cards, but it's like the Queen of Wands is here. So she's like throwing fire. There's something about UFOs? Well, the glowing lights did pop up. Like, I just, it's ships, because it's coming across as ships. This is like, what it's coming across as is that, like, there's like a fleet of ships that are blocking these people. I'm hearing a yes. It's like, you can't, whatever. I'm just saying, like, the glowing lights are stopping this, whatever it is. It's because the person, and I'm telling you, the reason why, it's because the person, I'm telling you, the person, because I'm not saying the person who left this group, but that person already left, and that was the point. And now these glowing lights can, like, intercede on the group, and, like, they're not doing anything to them, but they're gonna block them. Because now that the person's turned, they're like, they're gonna protect, like, they're providing them protections to, like, fully get out of range of this group. So they're not, like, gonna let this group, is, like, within their power, they are not gonna let this group, like, destroy this. Because this was the whole point of this whole entire fucking thing. So, I don't really have any questions about these people. There's something about the UFOs, though, like... And that's also why that we're having all these flaps right now, is because, like, this is why. It's because there's so much freaking activity going on right now that, like, things can't help but, like, pop out, and they're doing stuff, and it's just like, ooh, don't look at us, don't perceive us. We're just helping with the plan, like, don't know. All right, girl, what else about these UFOs? They're helping, like, I don't know, the UFOs are helping. Yeah. They're helping the world. It's something about death. Like, it's like they're helping, like, because this is going on in a lot of different ways. Yeah, they're just like, fuck you, like, we'll kill you, bitch. And the glowing lights can and will too. Like, if they have, like, the clear on some actually evil ass shit, they will fucking roast people. And their little beams, like, I haven't gotten into that on the glowing white reads, but their technology is crazy and it's very, very precise and specific. And so, like, they can throw, like, they have, like, these crazy death beams, and it's, like, insane shit, too. Like, what they can do with these beams. Which we'll get, we haven't. There's, like, a card for that. But what's going on with this death? There's, like, yeah, we'll kill you. All right, this death shit, girl. It's sort of, the generals are here and they're not doing anything. It's just sort of like they're gonna block stuff and they're gonna like help negotiate things, but it's sort of like, if y'all get out of line, we will like pew pew you. Pew pew. But it's like, it's only, I'm telling you, it's only these like actually bad, like I'm saying actually bad, right? We're talking about people who have like crossed the line so many times that it's like ridiculous, okay? Like nobody, I know we're all like, I'm just like, oh, like the death penalty, like really, like that's not optimal and that shouldn't be a thing. But I'm telling you right now, if I started telling you about like what these people like do and did and like are planning to do, you would be like electric chair. Electric chair! Like you wouldn't even be like humane about it either. You would be like, no, like lions, electric chair. Okay? Like that's just it. But like the glowing lions are not doing that because they're, I don't know, relatively benevolent, I guess. I'm saying they are, but I'm just saying like they can also like fucking roast people, but they're not doing it. They're like I'm just saying they're just monitoring the situation and they're like holding their fucking death shit. Like I will fucking beam the fuck out of you bitches if you even think. So they're just like knocking stuff back and shielding people and like just like they're like ready to go, like, right? Like they're like, oh, test us, like literally test us. We'll start popping off on all of you. Have you seen all of the destruction going on right now? That's crazy. That could be you. Okay. Like you don't want it to be you. So anyway, that's what's happening. And, so just the king and and this. Oh, and this. So they want to talk to me about, because really that like other Queen of Wands is just this King of Pentacles. He's satanic in the way I've put him upside down in the bad way. So there's something about, because it's this king who really wants to like destroy this like nice person over here because like they made their one of their like bad people turn good, kind of. Like that person is like still on some weirdo shit, but I'm hearing it's gonna be fine. Because you kind of have to be on some weirdo shit like a little bit for like what I'm talking about. But like not like these people. So there's something that wants to come out about like these two or like this particular, like whoever that Hierophant was like from the group towards this person who they like freaking hate because sorry, not sorry, turned one of your people. They might try and send somebody. Oh, it's coming across as they're going to send somebody your way if you are this person, and they're going to approach like as a friend. Because like we've already gone over, you have to at least know some of the very, very low level people in this group. So this person who's approaching as a friend, they would not know, I don't think. Now, so like this is like where it gets nefarious. The people at the very, very, very like bottom levels of these groups, it's gonna look really benign. So I'm telling you, this could look like you are volunteering at like an animal shelter. And like the upper levels of this group that I'm talking about owns this animal shelter. And so there are people that have like nothing to do with the high levels of this group who will nonetheless be operating under their influence unbeknownst to them. And so they are going to like send someone who's like coming like in friendship to, it seems like monitor maybe, or like get information like about your relationship, or in fact you. And it's coming across, it's going to be a very feminine person. It's going to be like a very, like I'm getting very doormat-y, okay? It's kind of like someone who actually like kind of has no spine, but like to someone who doesn't like understand how that's dangerous, they're going to like, people would talk about whoever this is like, oh, that person's so sweet. Oh, this person's so nice. They're always doing everything for everybody. It's because they're a doormat people pleaser. And like, that is a very dangerous way to be. But like, if you try and like say anything about those people, like everybody like, oh my God, like, why are you picking on that? Like, they're so sweet. They're so nice. And it's because they're constantly like victimizing themselves as well. It's sort of like, if you even like say a true thing about that person directly, it's like you have no choice but to come across as a bully because they're just like a crumpled mess. And the only way that they can cope with their low self-esteem is by constantly like kowtowing and flattering and like pretty much trying to do all of the work for everybody. And so everybody else just like looks at that and goes, oh, that's like a nice person. It's like, it is not that they're nice at all. Like, you don't understand. That's not coming from a place of like wholeness. That's coming from a place of like very, very low self-esteem, which isn't necessarily like, it is bad, but I'm saying it doesn't make them a bad person, but it does make them a liar. And also it makes them like easily governed by exactly what I'm talking about. That's why. And so, because like people never understand when they start getting to know me, like why I don't fuck with certain people, that like, they're like, oh, but this person is just like, it's not worth, just watch that person's life and watch who they get involved with, because those are the people who are always like, I'm in the empath narcissist dynamic. And they attract these freaking narcissists. And it's just like, no girl, no girl, no. All right. So one of these bitches, anybody who fits that profile, and I'm saying it's coming off as feminine, it might be a woman. It doesn't necessarily have to be, right? Because you can have that exact same personality in a cis man. Cishet even. Cishet or a gay cis man. Okay, all of this. This is someone who you know. This is someone who, like, you would consider, like, you would know what I'm just pointing out what the personality traits are, but you, like, this person would not have done anything to you. You would, like, this person is in general, like, a pleasant person to be around, and they are extremely helpful, okay? It's just that... What is this? What's that part? Okay, it's all of that. Okay, right. What they're trying to do, it seems like what's going on here is that whoever this person is, they are trying to like smooth things over. So this might happen after you're already like in this relationship with this other person. I'll check on it. But it might not, like, this is really like the timing on this is like all over the place. But it seems like what somebody's going to try and do is like either get to you first before this other person comes in, and they're going to start trying to smooth over some sort of situation. Because I guarantee you, you left whatever level of this group that you were on due to some sort of like conflict or like something. You would already have had to have been in this group and left this group. Somebody's going to try and come to you and like start trying to smooth things over And they're not going to understand the ultimate reason why, okay? It's because people at the high levels of the group already know that like another person from the high levels is coming to be like in a relationship with y'all. So if they can get to you and start smoothing things over with you to get you back in the group, they're going to try and do that either before this person can make contact with you or after they make contact with you, because ultimately what they want to do is they want to control, like they want to get you back into the group. So because now there's no choice. It's like we can't keep this person who is like the like more powerful person who is also like leaving because they're in love or whatever. We can't keep that person. They left, and now we're exposed. They're going to try and do the death magic. The death magic is not going to work because the glowing whites are like, fuck you. Okay. And they're going to like send that back. And also the person on the ground level who's already sent the demon is already doing the protection, and they're already sending stuff back to those other people too. So they're going to end up getting a backfire on them. I'm hearing a yes. Okay. Because that whatever they throw at y'all, like has to go back to their stupid asses. So everybody's just blocking them. They're going to take hits. And then after that, this is going to happen. And it's either going to happen kind of like before this, like the person who sent the demon, it's going to be before they come in. It's going to be kind of at the same time, or it's going to be right after, because now they're like, we need to get this person like back in here with us so that they're like going to try and give the original person, the person who sent the demon, like the one who defected from the group, they're going to try and be like, oh, okay, we change our minds. We'll like let this person in now. Except it's like, that's like not going to work, because like, I guarantee you they were right about like the Empress and the love interest in the first place, that they're not going to like bring demons in. Like it's not happening. Okay. Like that's not going to go down. And so like the whole thing is just a shit show, but like they're going to try and do this because they don't want ultimate disaster to happen. Because like I said, they're also like, they might try and like, I don't know if like, they're going to try and do this relatively quickly, because I was looking at like some planet, because I don't know anything about the stars. Okay. I was looking at that planetary stuff, and at the end of February, that like 7 planetary like parade starts happening. And then there's also a conjunction of Saturn and Mars, which seemed relevant for like their little scheme and what they're trying to do. And the person who defected, who sent the demon, they were integral to that scheme. And so if they might need that person back for that reason. And so they might try, like, I think it's going to be more to do, like, there's an initial thing that, like, has to go down, I think, like, when that planetary parade starts, like, with the Saturn and Mars conjunction. But the thing is, they might have, right, for the duration of that planetary parade, which I believe starts on February 20th, 2025, is, like, this is relevant, this actually timing is relevant for this. And so they might be trying to like salvage some of that project. And so if they can kind of like finagle that person back and like try and like get this, they want to stop. If they can't do that, it's like they really just want this person back. They really just want this person back because for some reason this person is like absolutely integral to things, but they were kind of keeping them at a low level. Basically because they did not have a marital partner yet. And that's why this is all going on, because the partner who the formerly bad person picked is someone who would absolutely not do anything that this group is doing. But they're like, oh, but I'm in love with this person. And they're like, no. And then that's why all this shit is starting. So I don't know how they plan on fixing this. I don't know how they plan on fixing that, because it's not happening. I mean, unless y'all turn to the dark side. That can always happen. Like, people can get seduced to the dark side. So, I don't know. They might try and seduce y'all to the dark side. I hope not. I hope not. But, like, I'm going to look at this 2 of Cups and the Lovers, because, like, it's either before this is happening or after something. It's something with the group. Okay, so the timing of this is after the group is exposed, which would technically be kind of now. But what is this Four of Cups with this Emperor? What's the Four of Cups? It's just telling me after this group is exposed, they might try and reach out to this, it depends on if the Emperor is the Hierophant or not. No, okay, the Emperor is the person who left. This Hierophant is also going to reach out to like them at some point as well. So we've got that big top level person. Okay, well that makes sense. This makes sense. So the top level person, the Hierophant, is going to reach out to the Emperor, who is already like, you know, in this kerfluffle with them. And the Hierophant is going to be like, look, like, we want you to come back. Like, we'll give you what you wanted in the first place. We didn't think you were going to do that. Simultaneously, someone at the lower levels is going to reach out to their love interest. They're like, okay, let's like smooth all of this over. And like on this Emperor, I have like 8 of Wands, like 6 of Wands. It's either like as they're about to make this contact, or it's like after they have successfully like moved. It's after they make some kind of successful move. Yeah, like it looks like this is kind of happening like before. It's like they want there to be like good feelings on all levels of the group, like before the contact happens, before the union happens. Yes, okay, so this is happening after this person has left, but kind of before. So this is kind of happening before the union happens. But like that's malleable, okay? It's malleable. And so that's what's going on. So they're saying I can get it from here. We're going to do the final advice outcome. So it's just like stay frosty. Stay frosty. This group is defeated, at least at this point. This is why they're having to, like, in the energy, what I'm seeing them doing, like what they do, it's like, fuck y'all, y'all suck. You've been left, you shit group. Like, that's why, okay? So final advice outcome, if you're concerned about the warfare or whatever, if you're really like feeling it in the energy, don't even worry about it. It's like they're already defeated. It's just that you're gonna have to like withstand some of the funk. Like I'm telling you, it's just like a funk. It's just a funk and dealing with whatever that demon or entity is. Yeah, and they're like, what they're having to do right now is trying to fight off the death magic, like ricochet, that like, stupid. Yes, they completely stopped. So this fighting is coming to an end. Like it's done. Like we're on like the last legs of that like fight that's happening here. So that should be clearing up in the energy if you're still feeling that, all right? Like I said, if it's like more than 2 weeks, like no, like you probably need to go talk to somebody, all right? 3 of Cups and the Moon. So they're like uncertain about what they're gonna do next, but they're trying to figure it out. And like I said, some of it has to do with trying to repair this situation. Yeah, but like like it's like unknown. It's like this is the 6 of Cups and the Chariot is like, oh my God, they are quickly like going to get together, and like we don't know what's going on. Yeah, like, and then there's something about whoever that Empress is. Like it's just like, oh, this person is getting picked. Like, no matter what. Yeah, there's the so there's that union, but so like they don't know, because like now, like I told you, that person like has the ability to like cloak, so now they can't see what y'all are doing, and so this is why they have to like reach out personally, because of this person's like ability that like they lost. Yeah, now they don't know. That's what they're saying. They can't see what's going on. And so now they're like scrambling. And so like that's what's going on. That's what's happening with this little story right here. And so I'm gonna close with Jesus and Bob, because I can't get any definitive like closing statements from that, because it's just like I don't even know what to say, because that all sounds crazy. But I mean, whatever, it's kind of like making sense, because like all of the disparate elements of the channel are like coming together into like a canon event, like with the glowing lights and everybody. The only person really missing like is the Jack right now, but the Jack's kind of irrelevant to the situation at the moment. Like the Jack doesn't become relevant until after the unions happen. Oh, and also the Jack is still operating in national events. That's right, because eventually we're going to have a Jack read, but right now the Jack is still exposing bitches, okay? The Jack is exposing bitches. Oh, I can't wait till we get to that part in the glowing light reads, because that's like actually really juicy, and I was kind of scared of it like to begin with, and I was like, no, fuck it, fuck these people. Jesus says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. So don't worry, like y'all are all at peace and nothing's gonna happen to you. Okay, great. And then Bob says, anything we don't like, we'll turn it into a happy little tree or something. That's right, like boom, like it's black, then it's white, it's hate, then it's love. We do not like the demonic infiltration, demonic in the bad way, infiltration of our society, non-consensually in secret that is happening. And so poof, abracadabra, we're changing it. Why? Because that is the greatest magic trick of the age and perhaps the greatest magic trick of all time. And if you've been a long time channel appreciator, you know that is what we're doing here.